On November 16th, the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame will have a ceremony for its first class of inductees. The inaugural class has 10 members. All 5 living members plan to attend the event. Little Jimmy Dickens, Hazel Dickens, Billy Ed Wheeler, George Crumb, and Bill Withers. We will televise the Hall of Fame ceremony live on West Virginia PBS. The event will also showcase the 5 inductees who are now deceased. One of those is blind Alfred Reed. He spent most of his life in Mercer and Summers counties. He was discovered in 1927 when he was in his mid-40s. His songs became known for their social commentary, a rarity in those days. A tribute album to Reed was recently completed. Contributors include Kathy Mattea, Tim O'Brien, and Marty Stewart. The first round of recording sessions took place at the Scottish Rite Temple in Charleston. John Nakashima was there and produced this outlook on blind Alfred Reed.
Beware, young lady, they're fooling you. Trust them not, they're fooling you. Beware, young ladies, they're fooling you. Beware, oh, take care.
That's kind of what Alfred was writing about a lot, that temptation versus, salvation versus the modern age. And his version of the modern age was Telephone Girl. And
1, 2, 3.
My heart is broke, it is no joke. I'm happy and I'm sad. I feel so queer, I sometimes fear that things will drive me mad. The little girl with prison curls came here a week ago to work upon the telephone that says hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Her voice's music rings, it's sweeter than the whippoorwill that in the moonlight sings across the floor beside the door. As I march to and fro, she leaned upon that telephone and said hello, hello, hello.
And it's about the newfangled thing of the telephone and how the guy is so shy, but he's attracted to this girl that's come to town to run the telephone. And he's seen her. There must be a window he can look through.
In the 20s, think about it, in the mid-20s, a telephone switchboard in a hotel was probably, something they would want people to see. It was kind of like in the lobby, you would see it right there. You can kind of see it off to the side or whatever. It would be kind of like we're hip and modern. It would be the modern thing about the hotel, really.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna buy a spot not very far from town. If she'll agree to marry me, we both will settle down where the wild honeysuckles bloom and the fragrant flowers grow. She'll meet me at the garden gate and say, hello, hello, hello. Her voice's music rings, it's sweeter than the whippoorwill that in the woodland sings across the floor beside the door. As I march to and fro, she leaned upon that telephone and said hello, hello. She leaned upon the telephone and said hello, 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 hello.
Come all you people and gather around. I'll sing you a song about that heavenly crown. I've battled with sin, many crimes I have done, but I trusted in God, and the victory is won.
The Nichols Family, it's a very old-style Pentecostal a cappella gospel group from Fayette County, and I'd first heard them, they were singing by the Gauley River at a church thing, and I was just completely knocked out. They were singing, it's a mother and 2 daughters, and the blend of the voice is simply incredible.
I started singing tenor with Mom when I was 12, and it seemed like it just come natural to me to sing tenor. So I guess I think you do have to have an ear for it.
Yeah, I can
to.
sing all three parts, and I've been singing for years and years and years, as long as we can remember.
Did you sing with your sisters?
I sang with my brother.
Yeah.
I sang with him. We lived by a railroad track, and the train would stop just for us to sing.
Yeah.
And he'd make his music by pans and spoons, and they'd give us some money for us to sing for him. So started. I was probably about 7 or 8.
I ask him to keep me. Yes, I'm feeling fine. By day and by night, everything is all right.
He was kind of a preacher guy. I mean, in a way, a lot of his songs are hymns, and they're very moralistic, and they're telling you, what's right and what's wrong. And then every now and then he does a little sidetrack on something else. But where he really had his finger on the pulse, I think, is obviously his most famous song is "How Can a Poor Man Stand Such Times and Live?" And a lot of that strain goes through. It's the underdog versus the establishment, the poor man versus the rich man, and if not exactly a fight, at least saying, "Hey, you hypocrite," like in the song that I sung. You Christian, that's a fashion-loving Christian, you must unload. And the same with "How Can a Poor Man Stand Such Times and Live?" That's a eternal song. I mean, that's a song that could have been sung in any time. He wrote it very well.
You Christians with card parties, you're far from being true. You must unload. You must unload. There will be no play in euchre in the land where all is true. You must unload. Oh, the way is straight and narrow, and the few are in the road. My brothers and my sisters, there is no other mode. So if you want to get to heaven and your future uphold, you must unload. You must unload.
We're trying to do something that keeps certainly the spirit of the song, and there's a kind of an old and timeless mood in there. But we're not trying to make kind of a museum piece. We're trying to offer it in not a completely contemporary setting, but with touches of it.
You go through phases of acoustic stuff being really important. I guess we're back into a little swing where it matters. It's funny. Some things are so out of fashion, they never go out of fashion.
'Then the miner bent down and he kissed her dear sweet face, turned again, travel on his way. She threw her small arms around her daddy's neck. He kissed her again, he heard her say, "Daddy, please don't go down in the hole today, for my dreams do come true sometimes, you know. Oh, don't leave me, Daddy, please don't go away. Something bad sure will happen, do not go."
I sort of believe it, and the integrity involved on all these things is what appeals to me. These guys are not doing this for anything but love.
The Blind Alfred Reed CD will be released at the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame induction ceremony on November 16th.